Yo, what's up, Internet? My name is Anthony, and as you've heard, Marshawn Lynch drove down the road and got into the Raiders facility and said he intends to unretire and play again. There are many things that has to happen before Marshawn Lynch is able to suit up for the Raiders, and here's one scenario involving a trade. First and foremost, the Raiders are not going to give up much in terms of draft capital, and there is no way they are going to keep Marshawn Lynch under his current contract. Lynch has reportedly saved most of his money and is living off of endorsements. I don't see him coming back for financial purposes. He simply wants to come back for the love of his hometown. With that being said, let's assume Lynch is going to play next season at a reasonable contract of around $3 million, and let's get this trade started. According to the rumors so far, the Seahawks have another player being shopped around in cornerback Richard Sherman. With Ken Norton Jr. as the defensive coordinator, we know that Sherman fits in schematically with the Raiders' defense. Sherman has 2 years remaining on his contract at around $13 million per year. For a 4-time Pro Bowler and a 3-time All-Pro, that's a very reasonable deal. Since he wants out too, let's throw him in the trade as well between the Raiders and the Seahawks. Next up, we have the Raiders portion of the trade. The Raiders have a quality corner who was off last year in cornerback Sean Smith. Smith has 2 years left on his deal at around $8.5 million a year. That's a pretty reasonable contract, but Smith was off last year and really didn't play well. I have faith that he will bounce back, but if Sherman arrives, there is simply no room to keep Smith around, especially at his current salary. I think Smith will fit in Seattle's scheme since he's very long and will also benefit from 2 All-Pro safeties helping him out. Both Sherman and Smith are long, lengthy cornerbacks who excel up close in the line of scrimmage, so Seattle will likely accept Smith as part of the deal. Next, we sweeten the deal by trading offensive tackle Austin Howard. The Seattle offensive line last year was terrible and needs help creating holes in the run game and protecting Russell Wilson. Howard isn't an all-pro by any means, but he is a quality starting right tackle in the NFL. When he had to play most of last year with Menelik Watson getting hurt, there really wasn't a noticeable drop-off. He immediately upgrades the right tackle spot for the Seahawks and gives Wilson some much-needed protection. So far, the Raiders receive an All-Pro in cornerback Richard Sherman and the hometown hero in Marshawn Lynch. The Seahawks get a quality starting cornerback in Sean Smith and a starting offensive tackle in Austin Howard. Now, the Raiders need to sweeten the deal to make it all work. For this trade, we're going to add a third-round pick. I don't see the Raiders giving a pick higher than the third round, and I don't see the Seahawks accepting anything lower than a third-round pick. Therefore, round number 3 is the only round that makes sense. So, how does this trade look? Is it reasonable? Are the Seahawks getting too much? Are the Raiders getting too much? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Yeah.